I'm Anthony Shetler, and this is the All I Need Skate podcast. If you enjoy the podcast, please let us know by subscribing, liking, and sharing an episode. Check out ALLiNEEDSKATE.com for epic skate videos of the crew, our skateboards, and apparel.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the All I Need podcast. Today will be a solo podcast. Quick update for our online store. We have brand new All I Need hats up there. 4 colorways. I only made 3 of each. So when they're gone, they're gone. Check those out. What else did we update recently? We got All I Need wheels now, which is crazy. All I Need grip tapes up there. Yeah, and always, if you're in need of a new skateboard, we got tons of different graphics up there, tons of different sizes, everything from 775 through 875, and I press all the graphics on and ship them out. So if you need a new deck, man, that's where to get it for sure. Okay, so first I'll start with yesterday. Yesterday was sick. I loaded up the minivan, and I got all the pros basically and amateurs in the van. So we had, let me get the list so I don't butcher the crew. We got a few things to talk about today. Alex Horn, we got to mention something about him. I'm going to be part of a museum exhibit, which is pretty wild. So we'll talk about that as well. And then Red Alert. So we did an All I Need in World Industries demo yesterday at Red Alert Skate Shop, and I want to say it's Dover, New Hampshire. Wait, where's Red Alert? I don't know. It's Rochester, I think. I'll look it up so I don't ruin it. Let's see, Red Alert. Shout out to Red Alert and the boys at Red Alert. 54 Allen Street, Suite 2, Rochester, New Hampshire, Red Alert Skate Park. Shout out to Ed, Dana, Alex, Bryce, all the homies that came out and ripped with us. That was awesome. So I loaded up the van. It was me. Billy Drown showed up. Evan Mansalillo. Corey Goonan got free to skate, which is awesome. We got Gerald in the van, a.k.a. Jacob Jensen. Or actually, Jacob Jensen, a.k.a. Gerald. Kevin Clem and Sammy Skates and Shelly rode up by themselves and met us there. And Sean Egan jumped in the van. So we had a heavy crew rolling up. Dude, and the weather the night before was insane. Literally just like an ice storm. People at my work were like going home. Everyone's like going home. Businesses are closing over ice storm. Like just, it's icing outside. That even fucking makes sense. But it was like not quite snow, but it was just chunks of ice, and it was just sticking and making like a cold layer of just solid ice on everything. After we just got hammered with that storm too, we got what was close to 2 feet of snow. Thank God for the snowblower, right? God damn, dude. I shoveled snow for so fucking long, so many years. I just shoveled it. Me and my lady be out there just breaking our backs. I still like shoveling it, but damn, that snowblower is nice. That fucking saved it. Especially when you got work and you got stuff coming up, or you're tired, or you're beat up from skating, or you're just having a bad day, dude, and you just like, I don't want to fucking shovel. You got the snowblower. It's not like the snowblower is the easiest thing to manage either. Thing gets jammed up occasionally. Doesn't always suck up. You gotta like spit shit in your face sometimes, the snow, and it's windy. That was an intense snowstorm. 2022. Coming in swinging, dude, weather-wise anyways. Yeah, so back to Red Alert. We planned this demo like maybe a month ago. I figured what I did was I invited all the Groms, so like, I'm not going to say like, because we said on the Jensen podcast, we said like so many times. I used to do that a lot more. And then I hung out with Jensen, and he was saying it a lot, so I caught on to it during the podcast. I'm like, oh, now I'm saying it. What the fuck? And someone called us out, actually, on iTunes. It's not the first time or last, I'm sure. I'll read some iTunes reviews from you guys too. I really appreciate you guys going to iTunes store and typing in All I Need Skate, scrolling down, giving us some stars and writing a review. That really helps the podcast, helps it grow, helps it get out there. And honestly, like, I read the comments. I know people say you shouldn't or whatever, but I read them and they help. Even the negative ones, it's fine. Just like, oh yeah, it's part of the game. But I love the feedback, so I'll read some of those in a little bit. Where were we? We were going to Red Alert. The snowstorm hit us. Then the ice storm loaded up the crew. I invited all the Groms. So Silas went, Rory went, young Chloe. Yeah, Anders went. Who am I missing? Elijah was out there beasting. All I Need and World Groms they went up early. They got there for about like 1 o'clock. Their parents drove them up, and they just like were ripping Red Alert all day, which is pretty sick. Making homies with everyone. So when we showed up, which was like around 5 o'clock, it's a 2-hour drive to Red Alert from where I live. But with the minivan, it's cruising. It's smooth sailing, isn't that smooth sailing? Heated seats, just fucking reclined. Not really, I'm driving it. But, and then all the homies in the van, which is sick. Just going to skate a new skate park. That's what I was saying about Red Alert, was that, it was nice to break up from going to the edge, you know? Like, I love the edge, and I pretty much always have fun at the edge. And if I don't, I just go home, but, like, I like the edge a lot. But, like, when I'm doing the like thing. But when you go to, like, 7 sessions in a row, you're just like, I need to break it up. Especially in the winter, when you're just like, it's too many sessions in one spot. So going to Red Alert was a nice break. Also, sometimes we go to Hive Skate Park in New London. Shout out to Charlie, the boys out there. Indoor park and skate shop. That one's a good one to break up. Just going to the same place. Before I get too far, well, let me go a little further and then I'll get back to it. It's always nice when spring comes around. It's like the best feeling for a skateboarder who lives in winter. Things just unthaw and you're just like starting to lurk out into the city and you're like, what is this? This is a whole fucking new world again. Because you go to like if you go to an indoor park a lot, it's just like, that's an indoor park. Go outside, it's like, go anywhere, you know? See anything. I'm missing it. Thick of the winter right now. Yeah, so we showed up about 5 o'clock. Drive was smooth. We showed up and there was so many cars there. We were like, what? We had to park. Drop my phone again. The mystery sound that I keep doing to myself on the podcast. Yeah, there were so many cars, man. When we showed up, we had to park like all the way down the road and to the right, basically. And it was sick. The park was packed. Bunch of people ripping. All ages. It was sick, man. Everybody was there. Solid energy, a lot of good crew, a lot of ripping went down. And we just skated the park for what was like probably 5 hours or something. Wait, so we showed 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we were there till like 8 or 9. I don't know what time they close. So 3 hours. Then we went out to spot down the road, Revolution Bar and Tap. They had some pool tables, so we played some pool, which was really fun. Oh, and darts. Kevin and Shelly and Sammy ripping the dart game over there. Played a bunch of games of pool. It was super sick. Filmed a lot of clips, so there'll be an edit for sure. That's what I've been kind of doing a lot when I can't really skate, is just filming and editing. Like trying to fill in the time where I would usually like be skating, even though I'm so like now that I feel sore and tired a lot of times, and I'm like, I just need to like go be around skating or involved in skating without actually doing it, so I can let my body heal a little bit. So I've been filming a lot. If any of you guys want to check out my skateboard videos collection, you can go to our YouTube channel. All I Need Skate on YouTube. And it's about, I think I started like a decade ago. 2011 maybe. Yeah, so 10, 11 years maybe. Of just skateboard videos. All different types. All different people too. Yeah, so I'm actually going to upload 2 videos to the YouTube channel. Let's see. I'm going to burp. Oh, I burped off to the side. Also, I know a lot of you guys are audio listeners, but there are some viewers, some people who watch the podcast on YouTube, which is epic too. So for the visuals, someone made this. This is Flameboy smoking Wet Willie out of a bong that my homie Peter James Glenn drew and was a World Industries board. And someone made this like piece of art. It's like a piece of wood. They like drip some resin in with different colors and like it's pretty intense. I gotta hang it up in the background of the pod. Once I can stop being so lazy and find a drill so I can, and a stud finder so I can put this up. Yeah, that thing's so sick. Shout out for sending that to me for sure. See if I'll have to find him. I shouted him out online already. Oh yeah, I can find him. I know right where it is. Deep breath. There it is. I'm breathing. Oh, here we go. Customs. CUSSTIMS. Self-proclaimed moron, woodworker, designer. This art shit is new to me. Want something custom? DM me. CUSSTIMS. Yeah, he does some cool stuff. And that was really cool of him to make that. And he made a video and photo and like create a lot of cool stuff I could share too. So, you're the man. You're the man. Let's see. Oh shit, I just closed out of something. Here, I'll read a couple iTunes comments while we're doing this. Let's see. Okay. First we get I Need More Flame Boy versus Wet Willie for life. Damn, hell yeah, Cameron. Fan of World Industries. Shout out. We got new World Industries art coming too. Kevin Clem's new Pro Model board is dropping, when the All I Need decks drop too. And I'm bringing back a throwback graphic, which actually is what you're asking for in this. So, Flameboy vs. Wet Willie. It's a solid. You guys will know the graphic. I think January, February, so March, April. Yeah, I'm April-ish, I'm thinking. Don't hold me to it. We'll see. All right, next comment on iTunes. Great stuff. 5 stars. That's sick. Thanks for the 5 stars. Thanks for the positivity from both of you. He says, it's always a good time listening to the All I Need Skate podcast. Anthony is an awesome host. Thank you, my G. That's Ricky Roberts. Hell yeah. Ricky's the man, dude. Definitely check out Ricky Roberts. He wrote a pretty awesome book. I believe it's called Thank You Skateboarding. And it's a simple read, and it's only like, I want to say 20 pages or something. But if you skateboard and you read it, you'll instantly connect to it and be like, oh yeah, this makes sense. Okay. Yeah, Ricky, I hope all's doing well. And actually, Ricky came on the podcast a little while ago, maybe 6 months ago, maybe not. Time flies, But Ricky has an amazing story, man. Just about, having issues, going off the deep end and pulling it back, which is, I respect the shit out of you for that. And then even twisting it, even taking some of that negative energy and putting it into positive stuff. Like, he wrote a book just about thank you skateboarding, And he's constantly filming and skating. So, shout out. All I Need G, 5 stars. This is from the good homie Andrew Soptich. What up, Andrew? Andrew rips. And we give him boards for World Industries. Just check out Andrew Soptich, and that's Soptich. Andrew. He rips. He's been ripping for so long. Good style, great trick selection. Constantly working on something, whether it's art or skateboarding. positive dude, like, good, solid human. He writes, great pod for those work days when you wish you were outside rolling around. Totally, man. I love podcasts for that, too. When you're doing something and you can't be skating, but you want to hear someone talk about skating. Hell yeah, Andrew. Keep killing it. He sent me some art, too. Actually, you can't really see it in this video, but I got some of Andrew's art hanging up. He did Devilman, and he did an All I Need logo that I'm still planning to do something with. I just haven't wrapped my head around it yet, but I want to put it on something. It's pretty epic. So shout out, Andrew. You're the man. It is freezing in here, too, if you can't tell. It's really not freezing, but I'm still cold. Because I went outside, walked my dogs in this fucking ice storm that's going on that is called New England at the moment. I've been saying it's Canadian cold out. It feels fucking Canadian cold out there, for real. Just like, and I don't even know what Canadian cold is. I'm just imagining it's like polar bear cold. That type of cold and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking Canadian goose cold. That type of cold. Cold. It's so damn cold. And literally there's a layer of ice on everything. I went up to my fucking van. Just the whole thing is covered in... It's an ice cube. It was a literal ice cube that day. I had to like go out there and like chip away to get in my fucking whip. Dude, East Coast problems, right? People out there, let me know. What's your East Coast problems? Let me fucking hear it, bro. So it's like, I stubbed my toe. Went outside. Van's a fucking ice cube. She warms up pretty good, though. The van's pretty nice. Let's see. Moving on. OCKLA writes, awesome, 5 stars. We listen all the time. Hell yeah, shout out. Thanks for that. Here's a negative one. This one is Buck Nasty. He wrote, he gave me 2 stars. You think if you're going to insult me, you'd at least give me 1 star, you know? Whatever, 2 stars. Thank you. Appreciate that. He writes, Buck Nasty writes, Shelter is a cuck. 1, he could have spelled my name wrong on accident, because I do that, and it's my last name, Shetler, and I used to write it, and it would autocorrect to Shelter. So this might be an autocorrect issue. Is a cuck. I don't know if that part is autocorrect. I don't think so. I'm not really sure what a cuck is, so this should be interesting. I feel like I know what it is. It's something I'm not going to like. But, we'll see. Let me see. I have to open a new page for this. This is intense. C-U-K, is that even how you'd spell it? Is that like Urban Dictionary spelling? They're going to be like, who's looking this up? Oh, dude, donkey ass. Perfect. That's what it said. Donkey ass. This is in the UK. Now we have to figure out the insult in the country? What do you mean? Oh, Urban Dictionary. Here we go. This is perfect. A person who's aware that the person they're dating is fucking another person and does nothing. I'm a cuck. Can you use that in a sentence? Josh is a fucking cuck, bro. His girlfriend is doing shit with Nate, but he is so afraid about ending his relationship, he doesn't say shit. Well, I'm not a cuck because I am not afraid to say something if there was that issue. So that's why I'm not a cuck. Let me see. Alex Horn, that's what I was going to look up. But thanks for the 2 stars, because you could have did 1. That would have been legit. And for calling me a cuck. Good thing it doesn't hurt, because it's fake internet life. Here we go. Alright. One more, just to rebound from being called a cuck. Andrew already nailed it. That was the one I was like, you guys all nailed it, but thanks. That like really made my day. And then like the cuck one, a little bit of humor. Buck Nasty is pretty funny. In a good attempt. Okay, Let me see. Jaden Ferris. Show is amazing and always makes my day when there is a new episode. Hell yeah. Thank you. Shout out. I'll read more reviews later. I'll say my spot so I know where I'm at. Sorry for the crazy breathing, but I got to get my breathing in while I can, while I'm alive, as you should. So this is going to be a weird tangent, and then I want to talk about Alex Horn. Lately, I've been trying to breathe and take 10, 20 minutes, if I can, and I need to get better. I need to get back to it. A day where I'm just sitting there, not saying anything, not listening to anything, just letting my thoughts pop up and then letting them go. I've been trying that. I got to get back to that. But breathing helps. My homie Gina, Chloe's mom, she does yoga and meditation, and she has helped me with breathing. So I've just been trying to breathe more. So if you hear that, that's me just trying to catch my air while I'm alive, as we all should. All right. Help Alex Horn. The goal is 75,000. They have let me see. They have raised 39,433. And I'm going to donate to this thing right now. Or I'll do it after. I'll screenshot it so I got it. I just found this because I was like, I'll look up some stuff to talk about on the podcast. Created 3 days ago. Accidents and emergencies. Susie Horn is organizing the fundraiser. 448 donors. Alex Horn fell and hit his head, suffering severe head trauma. He is now in the ICU at the hospital. Doctors are waiting until he stabilizes before being able to provide a thorough diagnosis. But he recently lost his insurance and his medical bills are piling up. Will be huge, and he will likely be needing therapy, so we have started a page for him. You might know him as Cranston, a nickname bestowed by Neil Blender after the former California senator, or Cranny. He is a ripping skater and surfer, former pro for Creature, former OJ team manager, and honestly one of the best, funniest, and greatest humans out there. Thank you for all that. Thank you for your donation, and please feel free to leave comments. Alex has tons of friends, and frankly, the response so far has been overwhelming. Signing up will also allow his mom, Susie, to post updates to everyone without having to write to people individually. We love you, Cranny, and we are hoping for a speedy recovery. So yeah, if you want to help make a difference in a fellow skater's life, GoFundMe, Alex Horn. I'll put the link in this as well, so you guys can hit that up, and I'll do the same. Even if it's just $10, man, that $10 makes a difference. So everyone gives $10. He's on his way, you know. Okay. 1 second. All right, there we go. Back to the comments. Do I have more coffee? Oh, I do, and it's delicious fucking coffee. Stretch my back out here. Stretch my back out. Oh shit! Caught my beard on that. I'm thinking about doing some bandanas for All I Need. Pretty hyped on that. I have the artwork. I just posted it on All I Need Apparel on Instagram. Peter James Glenn drew it. Pretty epic. Super psyched on it. Might do bandanas. Let's see. Back to the comments. I wonder when you're listening to this podcast. Are you listening, and who am I talking to? Are you listening during work? Are you driving? When do you listen to this podcast? That's the question. What time of the day? What are you doing? How do you consume it? Okay, back to the iTunes comments. Thanks again for this. Let me see. Move past the cuck part. Let me see. I love these podcasts. They are informative, emotional, hilarious, and down to earth. Just this morning, this podcast made me laugh so hard, spit out my coffee, and peed my pants. Thanks, bro. You're always cracking me up. And that was from me, BDG. It's just a bunch of random letters. Thank you. Hell yeah. Appreciate that one. Got the 5 stars too. Good looks. Here's another one from Life Cinemas. On Thursday, he wrote, raw and interesting conversations. 5 stars. Must listen if you're a skate rat. Yo, shout out to Life Cinemas. You the man. Bob P360 writes, thanks. Hey, thanks for spending the time to make this for us to enjoy. Thanks, 5 stars. Hell yeah. Oh, this is a good one. Scott writes, good convos, 5 stars, switch heel flip of podcasts. Yeah, I think I asked that on one of the episodes. I asked what trick we would be if we were the podcast be. What trick would the podcast be? Switch heel flip. That's such a steezy trick. Little switch. I love switch heel flips. Well, let's see. We got another one. Let's see. Oh, here's the like one. We got 1 star from Nickname Took Forever. This was on January 30th. This should be called the like podcast. Like all they like say is like the like word like. If you took 1 hour podcast and took out the word like, the podcast would be likely 15 minutes. There you go. We've discussed it twice. Back in the day, I definitely, and I probably still do it, but I definitely would say words like a lot, and I know Jensen did too, but he's newish to podcast, so it takes time to figure out how to do it. And even at that, it's like a moving thing too. Like podcasting, if you commit to it, you're like, I'm going to podcast once a week or whatever your schedule is. It's not always going to line up on a day you want to do it or at your best, or it's not going to hide your imperfections either, because this is an independent thing. It's not like every time now. But that's so funny. It's I mean, some people go to school and stuff for media training and all that stuff, but like podcasting is started just like you figuring out how to do it. At least for me, it did. I just figured out, like I heard that we could do it, and then I figured out what I had to do it, and then I kept going to the point where, it's been like 10 years or whatever. It's been a ridiculous amount of time. And we've been still going, which is awesome. So it's not an easy thing. I applaud anyone who puts themselves out there and tries to create something, like there's a lot of cool shows out there, a lot of cool YouTube channels. There's so much awesome stuff out there that's not perfect, but has its own feel and heart to it. And there's mistakes, and it's not, it's not like a polished, scripted thing. It's just real life, because you can, But thanks for the comment, because I'll say this. It's good, even whether it's true or not, which in this case I think Jensen did say like a lot, and I know I definitely sometimes mirror people because I catch their vibes, like when you're talking to someone, you're like, oh yeah. But the comment, 1 star, I'll say thanks for it anyways, because it's a good reminder to try to use different words and not be lazy with your language and speech, which is a good reminder, which is hard to do because everybody has a life, and life is in motion, and sometimes it's up and sometimes it's down, and sometimes, so depending on where you're at, it's just a good reminder regardless. So, and thanks for taking your time, really. Time is your real currency. You took some time to respond, so there you go. And honestly, all these positive ones, just drown those out. The negative ones, it's like, okay, Let me see. If you skate, you need to listen. 5 stars. This is Tom Stearns. Shout out to Tom. I'm actually going to have him on the show soon because Tom's a ripper and he plays the accordion and he rips on a skateboard. Kind of like he has got a lot of cool old school tricks too. Like I want to say this one he does like a backside step off to wall ride on this bank to wall thing. So sick. He does hand plants and stuff. I think he started skating in the 80s. I think that's what he said he like. So I'm going to have to pick his brain about that for sure. But Tom writes, Anthony's podcast is an excellent, authentic view of skateboarding. Always fun interviews, always cool opinions, and discussions on all things skateboarding. Hell yeah, Tom. Thank you for that, man. And yeah, gonna have to get you on soon. So we'll definitely talk shredding together, my friend. Such a good crew out of Uxbridge, all the homies out there. Got a bunch of friends I want to have come on the podcast. I just got to kind of like space it out so one at a time, you know. Let's see. Here's another one. Oh, from young Anders Potter. What up, Anders? He writes, review. 5 stars. Always fun to listen to when going to a skate park. Yeah, that's awesome. Just talk skateboarding for a little while. Hell yeah, Anders. You were ripping yesterday, too. I wonder if you got that back 3. I'm sure you got it like a few times. Anders and I are working on a video part at the edge since it's wintertime. And we've already got 2 sessions, stacked some clips. I believe he got corona, so we called it off for a while. But now he's back, and I skated with him at Red Alert. And we're going to figure out another day to skate the edge and start working on the video part again. So I'm stoked for that, Anders. And then when it gets nice, man, we're definitely going to have to lurk out into the streets. Me, you, Jensen. Get a good crew going. All right. Awesome podcast. 5 stars. This is Sheba.1234879. Constantly finding myself wanting more whenever I listen to these episodes. A great listen and skate history and the present day skating. Shout out. Thanks, G. Sorry. All right, I'll read another one. East Coast goodness. This is Victimas. Hell yeah. What up, Pat? Pat's the man. Another person I'm going to have on the podcast eventually. Be stoked to like. I always say hi to Pat, and we always have awesome sessions, and he seems like such a solid human. From what I see online, it'd be cool just to hang out and get to know him more, you know? Pat's the man. He writes, Anthony and crew are a solid bunch of dudes whose passion of skating comes out every single episode. Support local skating, have fun, drink your weekly coffee, and enjoy the podcast. Hell yeah, Pat. Dude. Pat. Alright, I'm going to stop right there for now. That one's sick. They're all sick. It's cool that we can connect and just talk and share. Just pretty rad. Alright, let's see if I had something else on here. Oh, yeah. So, I think I mentioned it in the beginning. I'm going to be part of like a museum exhibit. My homie Bing Liu, who skates and is a filmmaker, he's done a lot of cool stuff. Let me actually look up Bing's stuff real quick, because he's done a lot of cool stuff. Let me see. I think it's IU, filmmaker. Yeah, here we go. So Bing made a documentary called Minding the Gap, and he filmed me for it. And he never used the footage. I think he said it wasn't right for the project. I'm not sure. But Bing reached out to me recently and asked me to be a part of this museum, which I'll read about in a second. But let me see. Yeah, Bing loves filming, telling stories and stuff. And he's done a lot of cool stuff. Try to see if I can find some of this stuff. Minding the Gap was, I think he's done 3 documentaries. And he's just filmed on a ton of different TV shows and movies. IMDb is probably where I should look. Let's see if I get known for. Let me see. Cameron apartment. So he was a part of filming these movies. Let me see. Actor. Oh, he even acted. Nice. So he's a director of All These Sons, which is a documentary. America to Me, TV series documentary. Minding the Gap, which I was talking to you guys about. Minding Gap is 3 young men bond together to escape volatile families in the Rust Belt hometown as they face adult responsibilities. Unexpected revelations threaten their decade-long friendship. So that's Bing's movie documentary that he made. But he worked on a bunch of cool movies, man. But anyways, he hit me up recently to see if I'd be a part of this like museum project. And I was instantly down because Bing's the man. And I was like, this would be cool to work with him again. Super fun. Get to hang out with him. So I kind of asked what it was all about. They sent me this stuff and I kind of figured it out. So the Courage Museum will be a world-class immersive educational program that will challenge individuals with a particular focus on high school students to rethink why violence, discrimination, and hate happen, how it impacts individuals, families, and communities, and what each of us can do to be a part of the solution. I don't know how to pronounce this word, but we're going to give it a go. Located on the main post of the Presidio National Park in San Francisco, and with installations that will travel, the Courage Museum will put public land to use for public purpose, ending the public health crisis caused by violence and the hate that fuels it, particularly in the context of gender and race. The Courage Museum is a design lab for the deep, transformative human change needed to prevent violence before it happens. Okay, so that's the museum. Let me see. Oh, here we go. There's more. Through investigative journalism, documentary, and interactive storytelling, the Courage Museum will center stories and experiences that are core to creating more caring, just and equal homes, schools, and communities everywhere. The range of stories that are being curated will reflect individuals who faced adversity with courage, inspiring others to bend the arc towards equality and justice through long-term solutions. The emotional pinnacle of the Courage Museum is the Empathy Mirror exhibit. And that's what I'm going to be a part of, I guess. Empathy Mirror exhibit. Here, visitors will have the opportunity to sit and engage with a range of storytellers, share their experience of surviving violence. Empathy Mirrors will be filmed in 1-to-1 format that replicates the experience of sitting face-to-face, providing a rare opportunity to bear witness and foster empathy. So what my understanding is that they're going to interview me about my life and how I grew up and my relationship, I imagine, with my father and my mom, and skateboarding, hopefully we get to talk about. For definitely going to talk about. And just that stuff. And we're going to film it. Bing's going to film it. And then there's a way they can like ask questions. I'm not really sure. I was like kind of nervous to do it because I was like, I don't know. The world's crazy and like, but I just was like, Bing's a good dude. They seem like it's a positive thing. And if I could help like one person who's been through anything similar to what I have or whatever, if I could just, that would be a good thing, you know? So that's leaned me towards doing it. World-renowned museum experience design. Local projects are creating the technical interface that will allow visitors to ask the storytellers a set of questions after hearing the story. Storytellers will also pose developmental appropriate questions to visitors, prompted reflections and responses amid a cultivating empathy. Yeah, so I don't know. I was kind of like, wasn't sure, and then I was just like, nah, man. Like when I was growing up, if I walked into an exhibit like that, and there was like a museum in San Francisco, and like it's geared towards like when I was in high school, if I walked in that and I saw like a pro skateboarder, and you could sit down and they'd explain their life, and I could relate, and it's like that would have helped me a lot, you know? Like I'm like, oh, you can be a pro skateboarder, been through that. You can have been through crazy shit and still come out as a pro skateboarder and keep going, you know? There's a lot of different stories on there too. Like, I don't know all of them, but I remember I was looking them up. I'll have to look them up again another time, but I don't know. It just seemed like it seems like a cool new thing that Bing and those guys are trying. So I was like, definitely gotta be a part of it, you know? So I'll let you guys know when it's up or how to see it or if it's even possible. I don't quite know how all the logistics are gonna work. You have to go to the museum. I'm not really sure, but maybe I'll film and like shoot photos while we're filming the interview and stuff, because then it'll give it context, you know? We'll have to do. I'll get more coverage for you. My phone is blowing up. I'm just trying to podcast, and people are just hitting me up. It's like, what do you want from me? My dogs are barking. I can hear them over there. Let me make sure I covered all that stuff. Can't find it. Alright, I think I'm going to read a few more iTunes reviews. And just because I appreciate the love and time you spent to do that and the support for the podcast means the fucking world. So, least I can do is read some more. And then I'm going to go. Because it's Sunday and I'm freezing. So I need to be moving more. I have another layer on. I already walked my dogs. My lady's coming home. So we're going to go hang out. Maybe we can go to the garden again, which was super awesome. Let me see. Alright, back to the comments. Anders, we read that one. Pat, we read that one. Here we go. Best skate podcast from the East. 5 stars. I tune in for every episode. Chill vibes. Good times. Keep up the good work, Anthony. Hell yeah. And that is a bunch of different letters. Doesn't even make any name. The name's not even there, really. But shout out, man. Appreciate it. Skinny Skater Boy writes, sick dude. 5 stars. This is sick. I love listening to these. Please keep it up. Much love. Thank you. Skater Boy. Chill. He gave the thumbs up emoji too. RBJ_1 writes AIN. 5 stars. Anthony gives off such cool vibes, but also brings a humor. Great show and content. Dang, thanks. Appreciate that. I try to I don't know if I try, but I like to mix it up on the show and like have different sides and a lot of skate content, sometimes humor, like, you know. I appreciate that you noticed. All right, T Dixon 508. Shout out. 508 must be Massachusetts. Great podcast, 5 stars. Love the interview with Donnie Barley. Very inspirational stuff, guys. Keep up the great work. Hell yeah, man. Thank you, Dixon. Gonna have to have Donnie on in the future. Line that one up again. Donnie's a legend. All right. Mama Labs writes, love it. 5 stars. Super amazing podcast with the best host. Highly, highly recommended. Hell yeah. Thanks, Mama Lab. That one was sick. Skater Die writes, great podcast. Okay. That's it for now. Thanks for the new comments on the iTunes store. I will read more probably next episode, so keep hitting that up. That helps grow the podcast. and the comments are just rad to check out, so thanks for that. Let's see, link to Alex Horn is going in the description. $10 or whatever you can afford or want to can make a difference, so help him out in his rough time right now. And the Courage Museum empathy mirrors, I'll keep you guys updated with that as that progresses. Flying out to SF, so go film it and check it out and see how it all works. So I'll know more then. So another podcast, I guess I'll fill you in. But yeah, I'm gonna go Sunday right now. I'm gonna go have a Sunday. Later.
I'm Anthony Shetler, and this is the All I Need Skate podcast. If you enjoy the podcast, please let us know by subscribing, liking, and sharing an episode. Check out ALLiNEEDSKATE.com for epic skate videos of the crew, our skateboards, and apparel.